Joining me right now is Democratic strategist James Carville. He is a supporter of Hillary Clinton. Sir, it's good to have you with me, and I want to play back for everybody who may have just missed it what Hillary Clinton was saying on the stump about the very issue that seems to be grabbing all the headlines, this new batch of emails with Director Comey.
Why in the world the FBI would decide to jump into an election with no evidence of any wrongdoing with just days to go? That's a good question. And first of all, for those of you who are concerned about my using personal email, I understand, and as I've said, I'm not making excuses. I've said it was a mistake and I regret it, and now they apparently want to look at emails of one of my staffers, and by all means, they should look at them. And I am sure they will reach the same conclusion they did when they looked at my emails for the last year. There is no case here.
So, James, we wait for the FBI to give clearance on what Hillary Clinton is saying there. And the Democrats, they've criticized Director Comey. But if he had sat on information until after this election and there was something there, was really there, wouldn't he be accused of a cover-up?
But first of all, let's start again. He was acting in concert and coordination with the House Republicans. End of story. He gave the letter to him. They gave it to Fox News. Also, we have the extraordinary case of the KGB being involved in this race and selectively leaking things from the Clinton campaign that they hacked. So the American democracy is really under attack here. And the question is, how are we, and particularly how are Democrats going to respond to this? I mean, we have to understand this is really, really quite extraordinary. And it would seem to me that the FBI shouldn't be getting rolled by the House Republicans. And that's what happened here. There's nothing else that's going on. And at the meantime, we do know that our democracy is under assault by the KGB. I mean, to me, that's something we ought to be talking about. That's a very pertinent, relevant issue in this campaign. And people have to decide, do we want our country for ourselves, or the people in charge, or are we going to let the KGB and the House Republicans decide this election?
Meanwhile, you are correct that most American intelligence agencies do feel that the hacking that has been of WikiLeaks of John Podesta's email was provided through Russian agencies. But when we take away what's going on with WikiLeaks, James, and just focus specifically on the FBI, James Comey was praised in July by everyone for not moving forward with a recommendation to Loretta Lynch. So why now is it different for Comey when they find something that could be pertinent? You
know what John Maynard Keynes said? When the facts change, I change my mind. What do? I mean, somehow or another that this is all. Well, you said something nice in July, so you can't say, in spite of Justice Department policy, in spite of former people in the Bush administration, in spite of ethics people all over saying this is unprecedented, why are you defending this? Why are you sitting here when our democracy is under assault, when the FBI is acting at the behest of Jason Chaffetz, and sitting here acting like this is something legit? It's not. It's an effort to affect this election. So and Democrats and people across this country have to know this.
So, James, in July, when Comey did the unprecedented act of holding a press conference to reveal that he wasn't going to have charges recommended to Loretta Lynch, no one then on the left was up in arms over what James Comey had just done. Isn't this a double standard?
That's not correct. No, it's not a double standard at all. When the facts change, you change your mind.
Right.
I know that's a hard concept for people to get sometimes. It is unprecedented. Look at the op-ed pieces. Look at what's going on. And you're sitting here defending an assault on American democracy. I mean, just, somebody probably said nice things about anybody at a given point. This is an unprecedented event that was done at the behest of the House Republicans, that was leaked to the press by the House Republicans. And as we know, the KGB is all over this election. And this is what we're talking about. We ought to be talking about our democracy being under assault right now, and what are we going to do about it, and not what somebody said in July about James Comey. That's a distraction. That's not what's going on. How many op-ed pieces did you read today of people saying this is unprecedented, Republicans saying this is unprecedented? I mean, this is unbelievable 8 days before an election, and it's more unbelievable that people like you are defending this.
Well, James, in no way am I defending it. I'm just trying to ask questions of you as a political operative.
You're making excuses for Comey by bringing up something somebody said in July.
No, I'm not making excuses
we ought to all
for Director Comey.
the same opinion.
I think Director Comey has been praised on the left and the right for being a pretty neutral guy for his career, correct?
I don't know. I don't know what someone said in July. I do know it was unprecedented to hold a press conference and to talk about his opinion of what she did, as opposed to just saying there's nothing in the investigation.
Well, we all know what James Comey did when Alberto Gonzalez was his boss. So, James, I'm confused. Wait, hold on. Only one of us can talk at a time. Hold on. Only one of us can talk at a time, or no one listens. But when under Alberto Gonzalez, he did not take his orders under the Bush administration, kind of went rogue then. So he's been praised on both sides for a long time about trying to impart a neutrality that is away from politics. Would you disagree with that?
Yeah, completely. You're talking about Alberto Gonzalez, and we're talking about the FBI against Justice Department policy, against everything that we all know, getting involved in a presidential election. If you want to defend that, you defend it, but I'm not. I think this is an outrage, and I think the fact that the KGB is involved in this election is an outrage, and I think the American people ought to take their democracy back, regardless of what the press wants to do and the excuses they want to make for Comey.
What's the best thing that Hillary Clinton can do other than ask for the FBI to make all of this public so that everybody can judge for themselves?
Make it public. We've called on it time and time again. Why are you talking about something somebody said in July? Why don't you say, Comey's such a great guy, make it public. Come on, tell us what there is. And if there's not something substantial, and I mean really substantial, then this is in effect an attempt to hijack an election. And it's got to be called for what it is. Do
you feel, because of the fact that this is so unprecedented, that it really does cause a ripple that could cost Hillary Clinton this election?
You know, I can't think about the election right now. What I can think about and what I can talk about is how unprecedented this is, and how the House Republicans and the KGB are trying to affect our democracy. And I think that's a very important issue. I think it's probably the most important issue that anybody's faced in a presidential campaign in a long, long time.
James,
we got a ways to go.
James, we do. 8 days to go, and much more after that, as we try to move forward and come together as a country beyond this election. And there's a lot of work to do. James, great to see you. We're not
going to come together with the KGB and the House Republicans working together, I can tell you that.
Fair point. Thank you, sir.